Come on in here, everybody. Yeah, it's tea time. Let me see what music we're going to start out the day. I should have already had it picked out, but I didn't. Songs for Facebook. Here we go. Here we go. Within These Walls. There we go. Sorry about that. That's loud.
Within these walls, home is just a word, a fairy tale.
I got my tea.
That always kept me searching.
Tea time.
Within these walls, home is not a place of refuge and escape. Serenity surrounds me. A miracle is happening to me. I'm finally learning what a home can be. Within these walls, I have learned to fly, to take charge of my life, and find the peace inside me. Within these walls, we love and work and play, finding joy along the way. And now I want to stay within these walls. Within these walls, my thoughts.
Oh, I tell you what, y'all. This morning, I grabbed the pages off the printer, and my printer ran out of ink, and I didn't know it. And I missed a whole page of questions this morning. Isn't that something? Patty kept saying, "Where's the rest of the questions? Where's the rest of the questions?" Let's see. It was just really good. So, I found 4 more questions, and I found a new use for my Fly Lady mask. Yep. I put it on a while ago, and I got in 50 pounds of flour. Now, you can't deal with 50 pounds of flour. I can't even pick up a 50-pound bag of flour. Well, I could, but I wouldn't like it. My back wouldn't like it. Robert carried it up to the house. But I could do it a scoop at a time. So I found some rubber, well, they're Sterilite bins that I had purchased for my closet, and I've decluttered 3 bins in my closet. I washed them out really good. I put them out in the sunbeams and let the sun hit them. And I took a garbage bag, and the reason I ordered 50 pounds of flour is because Emily and Justin couldn't find flour in Asheville or in Fletcher. And so I ordered the 50 pounds of flour to split it with them. And I got 2 pounds of yeast, and they like to make pizzas on Friday night. And we're good to go. So I'm letting them have 2/3 of it. I'm only keeping a little, and I can keep that flour in the freezer. And we can get through this within these walls. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So I have 4 more questions. Let me answer these questions. What tips do you have for a procrastinator where's my microphone? Have I got my microphone's on. What tips do you have for a procrastinator who needed to declutter and clean her house to put it on the market 6 years ago? Well, first off, you're beating yourself up. You are beating yourself up. And you have to stop doing that. 6 years is dead and gone. You can't go back and redo it. We can't be a time traveler. We cannot be a time traveler. All we can do is start today. Now, Leanne has done this many times. She did it last year. And she moved from Colorado to Brevard, North Carolina. And She lives just up on top of the mountain right now. Just on top of the mountain, as a crow flies, less than a mile from me. Really. And yet I can't go see her. So we're as close as being on FaceTime and being on Messenger together. And yes, she did. So Leanne moved. She didn't just pretend to move. She moved. She moved here. And she did it in less than 30 days. She got her house ready to go back on the market for a rental property, and they got it rented as a sublease, and they did it in no time at all. And you know, she had a yard sale. She gave things away. She put things on the curb, and she got rid of stuff. Now, we didn't have the virus then, but guess what? She got it done. You can donate a lot of stuff. Just don't. And she went on vacation during this time too. She went on vacation for a week. And she still did it. So quit beating yourself up because you haven't done it in 6 years. Get over it. Now's the time to get it done. Now, and putting your house on the market to sell, what a great time to sell a house. There's not enough houses on the market. And guess what? Interest rates are low. Okay, next question. How do you decide how much to keep and how much to throw away? I've been working on decluttering, and I'm wondering at what point I have decluttered enough. That's not a problem any of us have ever had. You know, when you get down to being a minimalist and you have very little things in your house, let me tell you a story. We got a testimonial one time from a lady whose son he was 9 years old, and he had misbehaved in school. I mean, it was some discipline problems. And so in order to punish him at home, because you know, if you got in trouble at school, if you got in trouble at school, where I grew up, if you got a paddling at school, you got a paddling when you got home. And so his parents decided that they would take all his toys away, all of them. He was left with 2 Matchbox cars and a Magnadoodle. 2 Matchbox cars and a Magnadoodle. His bed, his nightstand, and a lamp. And all the toys he had and they bagged them all up and put them in black trash bags and put them in the garage. And they said he could, you know, as his grounding kept on. Don't you all feel like you're being grounded? He could earn back a bag of toys. And he had been grounded for a week, and his mom said he'd been doing real good. Which bag would he like to have back? And he said he didn't want any of them. Imagine that. He did not want any of them. And here's what happened. He had gotten in trouble at school because of too much stuff. His little mind was ping-ponging all over the place. And he realized he didn't know what the problem was, but once the problem was gone, he was calm. Now, when I got on this tea time, I was frazzled. I mean, I was frazzled. The phone was ringing. Justin had a phone to break. It's just been one thing after another all day long. And I didn't get to listen to Scott Adams this morning. So my morning has been kind of out. My day has been kind of out of whack. And I realized I needed to slow down. I needed peace now. Give it to me now. But we don't realize our clutter is making us antsy. So when you get your home decluttered, you might not have to sell it. You might really like it. Think about that for a minute. So getting rid of your clutter until you get back to like walking into a hotel room, we're always going to have clutter. And if you're thinking about when's the point that you've decluttered enough, you're looking for excuses to not declutter. So keep decluttering. Keep decluttering. What's somebody saying? Well, mine and Leanne's agent is in New York City, so say a prayer for Michelle. Okay, next question. What should I do with the excess fabric I have? I have quilt kits with fabric, but I have several boxes of fabric. You know, if you're not going to use this fabric to make masks and to help people right now, then you're just going to sit on your hoard and be selfish. Yeah, Michelle is worried too. Find somebody online that needs the fabric. Somebody local that you can take it and drop it by their door. I know I have a friend in Nashville who's making masks like crazy. There are people all over this country making masks for individuals to use. So make masks. Yeah. Make pillowcases for little kids. Let's just come up with ideas to use it and keep busy at the same time. So bless someone. I did this once upon a time. I before Fly Lady started, I was going to be a quilter. My mentor growing up in high school, she retired and she's this amazing quilter. Amazing quilter. And I thought, well, I'll just do some quilting. Well, here's the deal. I like designing the quilts better than I did making them. I like designing them better than I did making them. And my mask was because we only have 2 masks and we've used one of them, and I keep one in the car if I'm with Robert and keep one in my car. This was just a pink rag that I put 2 hair ties on the end and sewed it together right there. It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes with a needle and thread. That's it. 5 minutes. And then this morning I drew lips on it. And Robert came in and saw me with the lips on and he just died laughing. So there you have it. But I had to wear this a while ago while I was bagging up the flour. So bless someone else with your fabric. Yeah, bless someone else with it. And it's just going to be so much better if you do that. Because you're not going to be looking at that fabric thinking, oh, I'm a terrible person because I've held on to this fabric and people need it. People need elastic too. There's no elastic to be found anywhere. Nowhere has elastic. So you got to come up with ways to make ties. And I saw a video the other day how somebody made bias tape. Somebody made bias tape. I don't have many notions anymore. I have a little box of them in my closet, but I've decluttered a lot of things. So get rid of your extra fabric. Don't hold on to it. Stuff dry rots. Okay, last question. Fly Lady gives so much of herself and is such a blessing to all of us. So my question is, how can we and or I give back? Well, you just pay it forward. Y'all have been blessing us by continuing to buy our purple rags and silver rags and pink rags and mops and brooms and getting your house in order. You're keeping us going. You're keeping us going because the bank is really giving us a fit. You know, they set up all this stimulus package and the payroll protection program, and it's always something. We were first in line, and they called today. They needed more stuff. So I don't trust them. You know, if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. But y'all are helping us to pay our payroll and keep our people working. We haven't had to lay anybody off. And that is, to me, that's the biggest blessing you can give me, is to me not have to lay anybody off. And y'all are making that happen. So thank you so much for that. As far as helping others, when you share our video, when you share what we're doing, and when you tell somebody else about Fly Lady, about me, about what we do, you're helping others. You're showing them that this really does work. As Scott Adams said the other day, he said, I can tell you all day, about how to get a good night's sleep. But it takes those of you that have tried it and it worked for you. It takes that testimonial helping. And I said to myself, I might have to send him a testimonial. I sleep pretty well. Sometimes I lay there and I pray, and I pray, and before I know it, I've been praying for an hour and I still haven't gone to sleep. I don't know if it's real good to fall asleep when you're praying, but sometimes I do. But last night I finished my prayers. I said, these things I ask in Jesus' name. And then I started the little technique that Scott Adams taught us a couple of nights ago. And guess what? You're supposed to count from 1 to 20. And I just started to count. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up at 4:15 in the morning. And all I did was count to 1. 1. And I went sound asleep. So I don't know if he's given us a hypnotic, he's hypnotized us into going to sleep by using his technique, but by golly, it does work. Yeah, our feather dusters are 25% off. Use Clean 25 to save on anything that's not already deeply discounted. But thank you for wanting to give back. And, it's called Pay It Forward. Bless someone else. Somebody said they wrote a blog in Dutch. How sweet. We've got a lot of people in Russia who follow us. Our books are translated into Russian. They're translated into French and German. I know the lady that translates the German. I've met her before. And sharing our message with others. People in the news are all gung-ho over Marie Kondo, or however she pronounces it. But guess what? If you're not born organized, that's going to be hard for you to do. We help you to baby step your way. Baby step your way. And we have an amazing book put together by me and my team. And this book will get you there in 31 easy baby steps. We have fun. I'm on here twice a day trying to lift you up. We've been doing it since last summer. And we love it. Leanne started the system back in, was it 2000, Leanne? And she contacted me in 2001, and she came and did a story about me because she lived in Rutherford County, just down the mountain from us. And my husband was a judge in her county, and she says, if you lived within 500 miles of me, I'd come and give you a hug. And I'd take it too right now, and she lives 1 mile from me. So she came and did a story. She did a story about me. So now we're neighbors practically. Share the videos. Share some of the things we're doing on Facebook. Share one of our messages. And let's teach a new generation about Fly Lady. I know we have one family, and it's 3 generations. Grandmother, mother, daughter. Daughter is now in college. 3 generations. We can do this, folks. We can do this because we're in this together. We're helping each other. You're on here drinking your tea. Marin's on here right now. Oh my. There she is. She's the third generation. I just talked about you. Oh, how precious. I love y'all. I got lots of family. Y'all are my family. You are. And there's Tamara. Tamara spent the night in this bedroom right here. Yeah, I just got through talking about you 3 generations with your grandmother and your mom. And we have a song on our little, let me see if I can find it. Maybe we'll end the show with this song since she's on here. Let me find it. 2 minutes. Where is? I'll find it. It's a good thing. It's really a calming song. Time to Dream. There it is. Time to Dream. Y'all ready? Let's take a little cruise down memory lane. Here we go. Close your eyes. This is Marin's song. You've had a great day. You've worked hard, you've played hard. I'm so very proud of you. I want you to take a few minutes and sit back and relax. Celebrate your accomplishments and enjoy your time to dream.
The night air is falling, the noises all fade. It's time now to close your eyes, let your thoughts drift away to a land of majestic castles on hills covered green, a world of enchantment. Close your eyes, it's time to dream. Ooh, ooh, it's a land of adventure where good always wins, and children's gentle laughter carries over the wind, and nobody's alone, and nobody's afraid. The rivers run pure and clean, and the clouds softly float away. Ooh, child, when you awake, the world may not seem exactly the way that you saw in your dream. But if dreams can come true, like I know that they do, this world can be real, child. It's all up to you. So gently now close your eyes and silently breathe, and enter your magic
That's Marion's song, Time to Dream. Anyway, folks, y'all have a good evening. I love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good Friday.